That does not exist in that country. If anybody within power in that government were to get their hands on any of that money, they would keep it and go to their own ends to support narco-terrorism, drug trafficking, and everything they're currently doing right now. It would never, ever, ever get to the people in any way, shape, or form, just like it hasn't ever gotten to the people in the last 25 years. None of that money is going to fixing up streets or fixing hospitals, fixing infrastructure, building the economy. None of that money is making it to the people. It is all staying at the top, making them live in these lavish lifestyles, and to promote drug trafficking further. Trump has to control the oil, for one, that he can make sure that the money goes to the right place and actually builds that country. The second thing that Trump has to make sure of is that it's not the U.S. taxpayers' job to rebuild that country. We are not nation builders, and we should not be nation builders. We have to ensure that there is freedom in our hemisphere, but they have the commodities necessary to pay for all their own infrastructure and to pay for all this on their own. So as long as we control the flow of money, we can ensure that the government can get put in place correctly with the right people, and that all the money goes towards that infrastructure, and none of U.S. taxpayer dime has to go to pay for anything down there in Venezuela. It is not a burden that the U.S. taxpayers should have. So the oil, the gold, and all those other precious metals that Venezuela is full of, it is probably the number one country on the planet with all of that. They have more oil than Saudi Arabia in the Middle East. They have more gold than Africa. They're a mine of treasures, and they have plenty to be able to pay for their own infrastructure and get their own economy back up and running. But there is, again, I'll say it, nobody in government right now that is honest enough to make sure that that money goes to building up a good quality democratic government or to build any infrastructure at all whatsoever to help the people. You're going to see a lot of Venezuelans in other countries celebrating over the next few weeks and months. But it's going to be fairly quiet in Venezuela itself until they feel like it is safe. You're going to have a lot of Venezuelans here in the United States and throughout the world that are going to be saying, I want to move back. I want to help build my homeland. But they're not going to go back until they feel like it is safe over there.